Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Auburn Tigers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Commodores will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Auburn Tigers offense will have first crack at this one. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
This offense already in the black zone, a little bit backed up. How do they want to respond? They come out to throw the football, be aggressive, and this defense was ready, and they got pressure on the quarterback and got a sack on the very first snap.
Complete to the right. Out of bounds, stop just short of the 20 at the 19, and now they feel like they have room to operate.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and try to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Under fire. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And it's hard to imagine starting a game any better than this defense has. 2 sacks on the opening drive of the game. Something that they pride themselves on. If they get you in these types of situations, they can pin their ears back and get after you. They've got multiple guys that can be a factor when it comes to rushing the quarterback. You're seeing that very early here in this game.
The Commodores offense has the ball for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical, so you need 1 yard, just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
Power football with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now they're going to throw it. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Looking downfield at Stewart. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
All right, we got the completion. We got some yardage. We got some positive yards. Now we're in 4th and manageable. And you dang right, we're going for this puppy. We got our 4th down play ready to roll. We're calling it in.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. The play action fake. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. A big name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
He makes a catch. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
Nice job by the quarterback pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got an open man. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The corners are walked up tight. Rides the back on the option, the give. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
Well, the offense didn't have the result they wanted on that first drive, having to punt, but they're having a lot more success here on the second drive. They're having some balance, and they're getting a rhythm. I think a big part of that is their ability to run the football. Very, very important to them, and doing a nice job on that last play, picking up the 1st down.
Yeah, you want to be physical. You want to assert yourself. And listen, I know this is a top 5 defense against the run in college football, but you got to believe you can do it and continue to stay balanced and run the football and be physical down here in the red zone.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
And it's picked off right at the goal line. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
Linebackers have tough jobs, right? Their first responsibility is to stuff the run, but you can see he does a really good job seeing pass, getting back into his cover 2 drop, breaking on the football, and making the interception.
Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
At the 20-yard line. 1st down, Commodores.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll ride the hot hand. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great play by one of their biggest playmakers in the D-line. I can say this personally. I got my first start in college at Jordan-Hare Stadium. It was brutal. I think about it and I get PTSD to this day. When you get those types of athletes in a three-point stance rushing the quarterback with that crowd noise and your offensive tackles can't hear the snap count.
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Commodores send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And the returner will be brought down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Connection to the right. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Auburn lines up quickly.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll take it himself. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Auburn.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Ball State is currently ahead in this one, but let's remember, this program has just 1 bowl win all time, so nothing is a given in Muncie. They're up by 7 over Ohio. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to pass, it's Stewart. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making...
Unloads it downfield. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. So here comes the Auburn offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Motion from the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down. It's complete to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I understand what the quarterback's trying to do. He's trying to get it to his playmaker out there quickly in space, but I don't think he anticipated the linebacker beelining the way he did. It was almost as if the linebacker knew where the QB was going with the football.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll run it again. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. 3rd and long coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Everybody talks about getting off to a great start, but if you start building steam, David, that can work too.
No doubt, man, and sometimes it snowballs. But what do great teams do? Great teams respond. Struggled the first quarter, Palmer. They've done a great job rebounding and putting some points on the board.
You're right. I think they've started to identify the matchups that are in their favor. On this drive, they need to keep attacking, taking advantage of those matchups.
They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Looking to fire. Got his man on the outside. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Turns it on in midfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They just dialed up 1 big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Quarterback keeps it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Gives it to the back on the draw. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you're right.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. The Commodores want to pick up the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
The RPO, it's complete. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Stewart. Working that left side now. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the first down.
Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets it to the 36.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And they fail to hook up on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's on target and complete. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. And the Commodores come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Give to the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Never a doubt. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, Phyllis. Illinois has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 25 to Ohio State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get...
Breaks into the open.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Davidson. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. What a terrible, terrible shank. No return possible on this when it goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. They'll get this drive started from the 29. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw, it's Stewart. Got a man. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. That's the end of the period, and Auburn has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Fires to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit, and they don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. To the air, it's Stewart. They're working that left side. Offense has gained momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Simple call, excellent execution, moves the sticks on third down.
These QBs and receivers, man, they run this route in practice thousands of times. So it's nice to see them come out here and execute it in game conditions. Great job with the timing. Great job with the depth and the route. Nice work between those two.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. And, guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. He'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
And he'll finish the line at the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
And that's the hardest part about playing a mobile quarterback. It's not the first play. The first play was a pass. It's the second play where he decides to pull it down, Jesse, becomes a running back, and makes something happen.
You're right, David. That's why so many coaching staffs now are trying to recruit dual-threat athletes at quarterback because of situations just like that. Down in the red zone, nobody open. You're not just going to throw it away and be okay kicking a field goal. You're taking off, and you're going to capitalize on a touchdown.
And the returner will be dragged down. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. On the move. He breaks a tackle, and he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. The give on the option. Turning it on. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Wide receiver going in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Right down the boulevard, it's good. They have taken the lead here in the fourth. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. He'll start the return inside his 5. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Back to pass, it's Stewart. He makes the grab. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. They'll try the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Bring in the heat. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Fourth down, gotta have it here. A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year.
That might be the nail in the coffin, fellas. This offense, they're trying to get back in the game. You're having to be aggressive. You're now going to have to start taking chances. An errant throw ends up in the hands of the defense, and I think that's all she wrote.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Got the quick pass. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Tigers inside the final minute trying to wind this clock to 0. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. Runs through the tackle. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
It's such an advantage for a defense when you can add to your pass rush by blitzing guys, but especially when you've got a middle linebacker like that can collapse and push the pocket into the lap of the quarterback.
Rush is on him. on target. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on third down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Punt is in the air. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. And if you list the priorities here, Jesse, first thing, get your kicker into his comfort zone.
It's a balance here between being conservative and being aggressive. You know that a field goal obviously puts you in a position to win this game, but, David, I don't hate being aggressive here either.
No, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm not leaving it up to my kicker if I have a choice. I trust my offense. I make the plays I know I can make. I watch the clock, but I stay aggressive.
To the air, it's Stewart. He's got it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. He's taking the deep shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that